Wait for it. Wait for it. And there it is. Sonic, Miles, Knuckles, featuring Amy Rose. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to my new LP, Sonic Classic Heroes. I'm your LPer for today, capital G. And as you see here, we have a nice little save menu with all sorts of options, exclusive to this particular hack. This is a hack. It was actually a combination of two other hacks that the designers decided to put together. The first hack, Sonic 1 and 2, was made by Colin C10, and it combined Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 into a mega campaign of sorts. The other part, Sonic 2 Heroes, which was done by a dude named Flamewing. And that game implemented only in Sonic 2 the concept of having Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles work together. First time we've seen that concept was in an official release called Sonic Heroes in the mid-2000s, a 3D Sonic game. And, well, they decided to bring this concept to Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. So here we go, Green Hill Zone. Fan favorites. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows the music. It rocks. Graphics rock. This game rocks. The original Sonic 1 rocked. And it, alongside Quackshot and Tasmania, were the first games I had on the Sega Genesis, and for our European friends, the Mega Drive. So, of course, I know this game inside and out. I love this game. Boom! Invincibility. Of course, this ROM hack brings all sorts of stuff to the table. You'll notice, like longtime Sonic fans, you'll notice that's a Sonic 2 lamppost. It's because even in the Sonic 1 stages, we get to play the Sonic 2 special stages, the 3D half-pipe. And 3D half-pipe, how this works, ding, just grab rings, there'll be 3 checkpoints. If you have enough rings at all 3 checkpoints, you collect the emerald. And if you run into a bomb, you lose some rings. And if your partners run into a bomb, they lose whatever rings they collected. So, you would think that having 3 people will make this easier? Not necessarily. It changes the timing for dodging bombs. Which I'm not too worried about here because there aren't a whole lot of them. There they are. I think that's all of them. Now, there's a couple more I think that show up in the third part of the stage, but really, they're not going to get in the way. Not in this first stage. There's like, learn how to deal with 3D half-pipe, because, let's face it, this is 1991 we're talking about, 1992 in fact, and the 3D half-pipe, this was a whole new concept. This is like, whoa, really, really innovative stuff at the time. Now, the graphics and the half-pipe haven't aged all that well, to be honest with you, but they still do the job that was intended of them, and that's quite the accomplishment. Go Sega Team and go Sonic Team. We got our first Soul Emerald, oddly enough. This game refers to the Sonic 2 Emeralds as Soul Rings. As Soul Emeralds, my apologies. And if you complete the Sonic 1 special stages, which are also featured in this hack, you will get like Chaos Emeralds. But enough about the special stages. What about the normal stages? Well, as you can see, later losers. Tails is like, later losers. You can actually tag between your partners by pressing the equivalent of the A button on the Sega Genesis controller. There we are. Jump into the ring at the end to access the Sonic 1 special stages. Just thought I'd mention it for people who haven't had a chance to play Sonic 1 yet, because there's a lot of younger people that have missed out. That's what it comes out to. A lot of kids today have missed out on these games coming out. How much buzz they really generated at the time. Sonic 1 was a huge deal, and it still holds up very nicely. Boom! The 3D maze. That's the simplest example of the 3D maze, perhaps, but other ones get a lot more complex as we go along, of course. Back to the regular stages. So you can tag up between characters using the equivalent of the A button. As I understand it, if you're using a 6-button configuration, then the equivalent of the X, Y, Z buttons will let you pick a specific character. I'm using the 3-button configuration because I don't want to think that much about who I'm using. That's just me. And yes, what else have they added? In the original Sonic game, they only had the blue shield, which didn't do anything, it just gave you an extra hit. But this game adds Sonic 3 elemental shields, and from Sonic 3D Blast, it adds the homing shield. It also adds from Sonic CD the Super Peel Out, which is that little figure 8 running move that Sonic has. Ouch! What did I do? That's embarrassing. I know this game inside and out and I fucked up. Hardcore. Of course, then again, I don't usually take the super shoes for that very reason. Sonic is kind of difficult to control under those conditions. Boom, boom, boom. Homing attack for the win. Very nicely implemented feature, that. Only Sonic can use the special abilities of the shields as per Sonic 3. So if he's got the fire shield, he's got the fire dash. If he is using the electric shield, he's got the double jump. If he's using the bubble shield, he's got the bounce. And if he's using the homing shield, he's got the homing attack. You know what else he's got? He's got the lead in this. Boing. He's got the lead in our special stage. Going for a second Soul Emerald. For those not sure, the Soul Emerald is a concept originally conceived and basically brought to the public in Sonic Rush, an official, like, an actual Sonic game from Nintendo DS, where we meet a character from an alternate dimension. Her name is Blaze, and where Sonic collects Chaos Emeralds, Blaze collects Soul Emeralds. And, well, they're basically interdimensional equivalent, shall we say. In this game, it's just a way to separate Chaos Emeralds from the Sonic 1 Chaos Emeralds from the Sonic 2 variety. Because why do we need, like, 2 blue Chaos Emeralds, 2 green Chaos Emeralds, etc., etc.? Why not a blue Chaos Emerald and a blue Soul Emerald? So, I look at that as a good idea. Good call by the developers on this one. This, of course, is not oh, Combo Breaker! Combo Breaker! The rings literally led us into that. It's a trap! And I'm getting owned. And Sonic is supposed to be in the lead, but he's hiding behind everybody now. That's another thing those bombs can do, is, like, rearrange your team. And to get everyone back in order, well, it's simply a case of pressing the jump button, but there was no point. I lost it hardcore. I lost it. So needless to say, Sonic's all frustrated here. Boom. Bye-bye, Motorbug. Got these crabs, got these little chameleons that shoot, we got boxes full of rings. Got Sonic with his homing attack. And we've got Sonic going, "You're too slow!" leaving his team behind. Okay, so let's try for a second Chaos Emerald instead, see if we can get that one. And this game has a save feature, so I don't know why they're giving continues. Like in the original Sonic game, they were available, but there was no save slots in the original Sonic game, so there you go. Yeah, in the 3D mazes, there's a whole bunch of things. If you hit those R's, it changes the direction of the maze. Understand, well, which direction it rotates in. There's down and ups, which you can see that changes the speed of the... Go! Changes the speed of the maze. And of course you have goal. If you press the goal, that's actually, well, not the goal. It's the fail. And I failed there. The goal, of course, is the emerald. So yes, a quick tip for anyone who plays this stage for the first time, definitely grab that invincibility. You will find it very, very handy. As a kid, I got stuck at the beginning of this zone a lot because you jump on the bouncer, and if you don't land in the right place, you land on a Batnik and die. or you can risk going across the spikes, and if you don't land on the platform, you die. So yeah, the rules are simple. If you have a ring, you don't die. The only thing you can die to is crushing. And that's something we won't see a lot of until much later in the game. Yeah, let's just knock it. As you can see, if we don't have 50 rings, we don't get to access the special stage. That's true for the Sonic 1 stages as well. If we don't have 50 rings at the end of the act, we cannot access the special stages. So what else? Yeah, everybody's got their Sonic 3 movesets, basically. So Tails can fly, Knuckles can glide, Sonic has his shield abilities, and there's Knuckles gliding going, I'm awesome! Boom, grabbing some wings there, and on we go. It also uses the Sonic 2 physics engine, so there's a couple of things where it would feel a little different when you're playing. Like, longtime Sonic fans might feel the difference if you're randomly playing this ROM hack just because it's a way to knock off Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 in one shot. Well, you won't notice it. But that is the reason I'm using this ROM hack, is to be able to play both games in one LP. Am I a lazy fucker or what? So yeah, I will be trying to get all the emeralds. I'm not very good at the half-pipes. I can do them, but I tend to struggle through them. And having 3 characters actually makes it harder. So, I can't guarantee that I'll get them all. But I'll definitely get all 7 Sonic 2 emeralds if I can. I will get all 6 Sonic 1 emeralds, because I know I can. Ding! Whee! Just fly in the air, whee! Just run up, it's as simple as running up. Yeah, and here the combo breaker hasn't hit yet. It's in the next section. Ding, boing. Yipes, out of position there, but that's okay. 135, I'm doing alright. I only need 5 more rings and I can hold them. That's all I need. Bombs in the middle. And we'll play following the ring, in the ring, in the ring, and ouch. Tails, get out of there! Yeah, we have our ring, so all we have to do is stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble. And that is a win, ladies and gentlemen. We have our second Soul Emerald. So yeah, 7 Soul Emeralds, 6 Chaos Emeralds, that's the goal. Let's see if we can pull that off. But before we do, we have to take care of one last thing here in Green Hill Zone. That. Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik. Yes, that's right, his first name is Ivo. Deal with it. Yeah, I'll just tag up. Oh no, they've all lost their shields. I gotta be careful here. I don't want to lose my rings for nothing. Boom. That's another thing, is if you have shields, only your active character can possibly lose their shield. Just so you know. Anyways, we've come to the end of Green Hill Zone. And that comes to the end of the episode, so I will talk to you again soon. Have a good one.